Today I'm coming here to talk to you about your options under foreclosure. I get a lot of people that call and ask what their options are under foreclosure. So I'm making this little short video today in regards to those people that are facing foreclosure so you can know what your options are. The first option you have is refinancing your home. For those people who may be a month or 2 months behind, you may be able to refinance your mortgage. There are some lending companies that's out here that can do a refinance for you, and you can refinance your home and get yourself out of the situation. For those who can't, there's also the option of doing a loan modification. A loan modification is where you submit all your paperwork, your bank statements, your financials, and you submit all that to your bank, and you explain to them what happened to you, and what can happen is they can actually lower your payments. They can actually lower your mortgage amount. So that's the option you have, that they might either do both. They might wind up lowering your payments as well as lowering your monthly payment as well as lowering your mortgage. And those options are something that you might qualify for. For those who don't qualify, you might try a forbearance. A forbearance is where you take the payments that you're behind, they put it on the back end of the note, and what happens is when you go to refinance, say a year later, you wind up with a little bit more interest to pay off because those payments got put on the back end of the note, or your mortgage. So that way they was able to keep you in your house because you was able to refinance. Able to do a forbearance. Or the forbearance can be where if you're 3 months behind, they can spread that out over a 12-month period and say, okay, you continue making your mortgage payments, and we're going to add an additional $200 on your mortgage payments until you pay off the 3 months that you're behind. That's one option you have. The next option you have is filing a bankruptcy. Well, most people that file bankruptcy have a tendency of falling out because they don't understand that your payment's $1,000. You have to pay the trustee. Say the trustee is another $200. Let's say your attorney fees is $300, and the bankruptcy fees that you're paying every month is an additional $300. So that's about a $600 difference every month that you're adding on to your payment. $700 that you're adding on to your payment every month. So if you couldn't afford to pay that $1,000, you sure can't pay the $1,600. In most cases, people wind up falling out of bankruptcy, and now they still have to deal with the property. So they'll go to the bank and say, hey, I just want to give up the property, and the next thing they try to do is a deed in lieu of. A deed in lieu of is saying to the bank, hey, I'm going to give you the property, stop all foreclosure procedures against me, and I'm going to just sign the paperwork and give you back possession of the property for you guys to handle it. Well, the bank is going to come back and say, well, did you try selling your home? Then they're going to tell you, contact the realtor, put it on the MLS, see what you can do as far as selling. Once you put it on the realtor, you contact the realtor, and the realtor lists it. They try to sell it for you. What happens is you owe $100,000, but you only get an offers of $80,000 because when you bought the house, it was worth $100,000, but with today's market, the value has dropped. So you owe someone's offering you $80,000 on a house that's worth $100,000. So of course you can't accept the offer because you're worried about the difference that you owe, and the bank you have to get an approval from the bank, which now you're going into a short sale. So let's say you do get an offer of $80,000, and you go to the bank and you present all your paperwork to do the short sale. So now you do the short sale, and you get the bank accept the offer of the $80,000. You owe the $20,000. The bank can come after you and say, hey, we're going to place a deficiency judgment against you. Well, they can do that. But they have their right to do that. Or they can come back and say, hey, you know what? You did all you could. You sold the property. We're going to not come after you for the $20,000. But that's all with having somebody that has the experience to do a short sale, to make sure that they just saying, okay, the bank is going to say, okay, we're just going to wipe our hands free. We're going to accept the $80,000. We're going to discount the property for you to get it sold, and we're next one that most people do is give up. It's where they pack up and they just move out of the house, and then they don't want anything else to do with the property. They're completely done with it, and they don't want to have the bank come after them. Well, the foreclosure proceeding is still going to go on, so you're still going to get a foreclosure on your credit. So the best thing to do is find someone that can actually give you the correct information that you need, and go from there. So hopefully this information helped you today. Again, my name is Donald Torrence. I'm with JAVE Inc. Our number, if you need any additional services from us, is 877-505-5283. Again, that's JAVE. Our number is 877-505-5283. Thank you. Have a good one.